It is Tuesday morning, March the 28th, I believe, 29th. And this is our morning view. You see right there? Just wanted to add that in for you. Alright, so we have made it. We finally made it to, as you can see behind me, Ruby Falls. It took us a little bit of a trip. We had to Uber a little bit, walk a little bit, but we finally made it. This is the actual view from here. We gotta go on top of the castle. And there's another view from the top of the castle, so we'll be getting that here shortly, but I just wanted to get the outside. This is the castle and the entrance. So here we go.
From the diary of Leo Landry, December 29, 1928. Yesterday, the drill workers had to stop their progress when they encountered an unexpected rush of cool air 260 feet. We're going to take a crew and be lowered into the shaft bay to explore what's down there.
As you exit the elevator, we ask that for your own safety, you please keep with your group, watch your step and your head, and use the handrails where provided. Now, please follow your guide.
Alright, lucky for y'all, I'm not your guide. You'll see her right outside here. Y'all have fun. I'll pick you up in the morning.
Alright, folks, right this way. Taller folks, watch your head. Low rocks around the corner. Here we go, guys.
Hey, Nick, you think I got time to finish my goldfish?
You're in a cave. Yeah, so.
You're in a cavern.
A cavern.
A cavern has no outside entrance. The cave does. This has no outside natural entrance. You're in a
Natural.
cavern. Right, you guys step right here for just a minute, guys. You guys in the back kind of fill in the middle. Come up about one step, a step and a half. There we go. Kingsport, you back there? Alright, again, like to welcome you to Ruby Falls. My name is Bill. I'll be your tour guide. Folks, as you go through the cave, if you have any cave questions, I'll be glad to answer them. I have a very unusual hobby. I'm a caver. I crawl through caves out in the woods and have a lot of fun doing that, even at my age. I'm 75 and I'm still having fun. Wow. Before we start the video, we're going back in history to 1928. That's when Mr. Leo Lambert found this cave for the very first time. And once he got down here, he started looking around, exploring, and he found something in this cave he'd never seen before. I had no idea what it was. He looked up in the wall of the cave and he found these prehistoric television sets down here. So we're going to show you a short little video on how they found Ruby Falls in 1928. Boys and girls, look at the old photographs. They're kind of neat. Then we'll start our tour. Take a look, guys.
We are 660 feet below the surface.
From the diary of Leo Landry, December 31st, 1928. We're all amazed at the incredible things we observed in this new area. We originally entered the caverns through a small opening in the elevator shaft, and we crawled for 7 hours until we could finally stand up. We eventually found our way to a geological wonder. There are formations all around. One looks like a large wax candle, and another one like a cactus. I've spent my life studying formations, but I have never seen anything like this. Stalactites growing from the ceiling are overhead throughout this area, and stalagmites coming up from the ground, as well as columns with a
Or breakage of formations in
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the 4 holes for dynamite.
Dynamite. Too.
Hey, look, it's me. I have a rock formation. I bet you they don't have a panda one.
Right.
I have it.
You got it.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Now all these pennies are going to be trapped into this.
Okay, as we move ahead, guys, taller folks, watch your head. There's a rock up here real low. Careful, guys.
That remind you of the Goonies?
All right, everyone, I want you to hold on to all your valuables because we have no idea who these people are. Okay, guys, here come our survivors. Back up to the right side. Our survivors. They're tired and hungry. We need a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Right side.
Good to see everybody. All right, here we come. My butt. Cool. Always here we come. Use us, survivors, on the way. Thanks, we appreciate you. What you know.
Did you look it up?
How the hell did I lose that?
As you walk through this part of the cave, guys, look up from the ceiling. Some deep formations called soda straws on the ceiling, which originally were hollow. Once they plug up, they turn a much larger formation called stalactites. You guys on the bridge will see some water beside you. Not much water today, but we have a heavy rain. A lot of water flows through the underground stream coming back from the waterfall. If you look real close, you might see some money in that stream. The money in that stream is actually part of the Ruby Falls 401 Cave Retirement Fund. We're going to put in a tape for you guys. While you're listening to tape, I want you all to look above your head on the right-hand side of the cave, halfway up. There are 3 formations hiding from you. If you take a look, I've got a pointer. I'm going to point out. You guys are back as you move forward, but in the middle of our group, we have a fish formation. If you can't find the fish, guys, look for the sign that says fish. Right next to the fish, we have a mummy laying down, kids. The mummy's head on the left, the mummy's body goes back down towards the fish. And for all the young boys and girls, we have up here inside of the leaning tower next to me, we have Myrtle the turtle. There's Myrtle's shell, and there's Myrtle's head climbing up the leaning tower. Myrtle the turtle, boys and girls. And when you walk by the leaning tower, that's our oldest formation in the cave. And when the geologists come through here and look at that formation, they figured out it's about 2 million years old. And when the tape's over, we're going to walk ahead, and about 25 feet ahead of the leaning tower, there's a neat formation. Looks like a rooster on a surfboard. There's no sign. See if you can find it. Rooster on a surfboard, 25 feet ahead on the right of the leaning tower. Take a look.
From the diary of Leo Lambert, December 31st, 1928. Throughout our exploration over the last 2 days, we saw many incredible sights. The numbers and types of formations were staggering. Draperies, flowstone, and curvy stalactites, which are called helictites. The most impressive part of the Hall of Dreams was the wealth of capillary tubes overhead. All stalactites start as a hollow tube. Jimmy and I prefer to call them soda straws. There's even one formation that looks like a large leaning tower. The mineral deposits down in the caves are abundant, with the gray limestone walls, white calcium carbonate, iron oxide with its reddish-brown coloration, and black manganese. Some of the formations in this area are dry, while others are wet. This indicates whether or not they are still active, with the moisture being evidence of active growth. In that same area, we continue to find more and more formations, including one that looks like a turtle and one like a fish. Ruby is going to love all of this.
Please watch your head and use the handrails where provided.
Let's go, cave kids.
I've already gotten plenty.
What?
I've gotten plenty. This one looks like it right here, actually. That looks like that's what it looks like right there.
Mm-hmm.
There's the
Kinda looks like a
surfboard.
rooster on a surfboard. I don't know if that's it or not, but
It kind of looks like it.
Dragon's foot. Oh wow, look at that.
Hard rock music. Yay!
No, it's right here on. Over that way. Like that There's no more footnotes in there, buddy. She's on.
Having fun.
Interesting.
Hmm?
It's interesting.
What makes that red color the bacon?
It's been doing good. I'm not sure on some stalactites. I think they're good for his teeth.
How's that monkey doing? Submitted. Oh, wonderful. Just dropped her phone. Did you get kissed, or did you get kisses? Did you get kisses?
I don't know what we're waiting on.
Don't you dare, baby.
Somebody does.
At last, passed underneath a delicate drapery, looked up at a huge slice of bacon. Another candidate was almost exactly down to the potato chips. At this point, part of our restoration team complained of hunger. Nature apparently has a sense of humor.
picture with your sister. Aw.
Yeah, something you should see familiar.
Oh, drip, drip, drip.
Does it feel like rain? This is called cave kisses.
There's a head. Smells clean down here.
Ooh.
All you tall guys, duck your heads. This rock's called the guillotine. Duck your heads, guys.
Coming up to the guillotine.
That means you, Panda Bear.
You got a rock coming out called the guillotine. Duck your head.
Is this the camera? Yeah, okay. Never mind.
We're going to show it to all your girlfriends. Playing at the wedding video. Wedding video right there.
Wow. What'd you do? Nothing.
Yeah.
50 down in my own boat. Keep working it up. Burn it on for the rest of your life. Make you miserable.
That's what I'm laughing at.
6 more miles straight ahead. You ought to be there, oh, I don't know, sometime after supper.
Good thing we ate.
Speaking of supper, you didn't bring
And drink.
Look at Elaine.
Is it 50th wedding anniversary? This is kind of cramped.
I know. It's really interesting.
Never get me in that cave on the day.
Smile, Amanda.
No, fine.
Like Batman's freedom.
Oh, that good.
Look up.
I did. There's like a little shelf up there, actually. Go, go, go. Now I want to do the other cave stuff. This is not caving to me.
What, like climbing through caves?
Yeah, the one that the actual Rocky Mount.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is not caving to me.
rectangle?
This is not caving to me. This is luxury.
Oh, this is, yeah. No, this
No,
is
I want
a
to do
tour.
I want to do the other caving.
Where we crawl through?
Yeah, I want to do the crawl through. I want to get out like we're gonna be dirty.
We can do that.
I don't like this.
Yeah, maybe
This
we
is
do-
fine and dandy, but it's like I want to do the other caving.
So maybe we do that Thursday before we
Right
shift.
over here, watch your history. It is 1,120 feet. That's almost the height of the Empire State Building from here to the top of the mountain. If you listen, you hear music and water in the background. Yeah, I hear the water. Everybody wants to know where the water's coming from.
Yes.
The water, all right, I'm going to tell you. The water for the waterfall is coming from an underground stream up on top of the mountain. Hey kids, you want to hear the secret about that stream? I'll tell you. That secret is that cave is up above us. There's a cave up above us. There's 3 caves stacked right on top of each other, guys, right here where you're standing. When it rains on top of the mountain, hey kids, get ready for a big word. When it rains on top of the mountain, all that water collects in a giant aquifer. That was a big word. Aquifer up on top of the mountain. It holds all that water up, and slowly, boys and girls, that water is released into the cave. Then the water flows through the cave, breaks through a hole in the ceiling, and creates our waterfall. Then the water drops about 145 feet down to a pool of water underneath the waterfall. Pool of water, only about 5 foot deep. Hey kids, no swimming. That water's cold, really cold. Then the water flows through our cave, drains down to the Lookout Mountain Cave 200 feet below us, and from there it all drains out to Tennessee River. I'm sure you all saw the Tennessee River when you drove up here today. This whole room you're about to walk into, guys, is natural, carved out by water millions of years ago, just like the rest of our cave. The only change that Mr. Lambert made to that room was he added a floor. In 1928, there was no floor in that room. It was all water. It's a big lake. Now the lake is underneath the floor, big I-beams, concrete decking, all that good stuff. So now we can walk all the way up and see the waterfall without getting soaking wet like Leo did back in 1928. All right. And when you go in, the lights are going to be on, folks. And I want to tell you about the lights. They're on a timer. I have no control on the timer. I will warn you before the lights go out. So when the lights come on, if you guys in front, just walk all the way up the railing, get your photographs by the waterfall. Then if you kind of move to the side, let the guys in the back come forward and get their pictures. If we all move around a little bit, it's a little courtesy thing. It really works out. That way everybody can get a chance by the waterfall to get their pictures. And you folks in the back can get some really nice pictures of the waterfall, because from the back of the room, you can get the whole waterfall in the picture. You guys might want to think about that when you're taking your pictures. So you can get the whole waterfall in, flash on. That way you light the faces up of your friends. You won't see just a bunch of shadows when you turn it, look at them later. If you're taking pictures of the waterfall and the room, turn your flash off. You get much better results. There's a lot of moisture in the air. Sometimes the flash will bounce off the moisture back to your camera. You get spots all over your pictures. So those are a couple hints for you. They usually work out pretty good for you. If you have any other questions, I will be available to answer questions you might have about the cave or waterfall. Every Friday night we have a lantern tour go through here, about 8:30 every night on Friday nights. And during the lantern tour, we only take about 10 or 12 people at a time. We pass out lanterns up in the main lobby. When we get down here, we turn out every light in this cave. No lights at all, guys. Only lantern light, all the way through with lanterns only. When we get back to the waterfall, we have a large Coleman lantern. We hoist that all the way up the ceiling. That lights up the waterfall during our lantern tours. They're a lot of fun. They're available only on the internet. Check them out next time you're in town. A lot of fun. And they usually
Friday?
sell out pretty quick. So if you
We
come
gotta
back,
leave
check it
Friday
out
morning
enough time ahead
at
so
the
you can pick
latest.
up one of those tours. It's a totally different tour. Feel like a real explorer. When you look at the waterfall, look behind the waterfall. There's a round wall behind that waterfall. We think when this cave was full of water, we think there's a huge whirlpool right where the waterfall is today. We think the whirlpool carved that round wall behind the waterfall. So look for that when lights come in. Then when the water table dropped out of here, whirlpool disappeared and it left the waterfall. If we have a heavy rain, that waterfall will triple in size. And during drought conditions, twice in 10 years I've been given tours, I've seen the waterfall no bigger than a garden hose. It's a very sad looking waterfall when we have a long period of drought. No rain, no waterfall. Huge rains, huge waterfall. Sometimes it floods the cave, like I told you earlier. You'll also see a rope on the right hand side. We can climb up that rope, go through a crack in the ceiling, get in the cave above the waterfall, go back another half a mile.
Can I
That
do
cave is
it?
a larger cave than this one. It's wider and higher, but there's no formations. It's all rock. All been carved out by water, no formations. That means there's no dripping water in there after it was formed. All right, survivors are be coming right down through here. They're going to come down through this lower level. So if you guys kind of back up to your right as soon as they're gone, we can see a fabulous waterfall that you waited for a long, long time. I appreciate you waiting, guys. We have a real busy week here going on with this spring break. All right, let's see what our survivors look like when they come out of here. Aww, we have a little loving going on up here. That is sweet. All right, they should be coming out of here momentarily. When you go in where you're waiting for the lights to come on, if you turn around and look behind you as we first enter in here, the back of the room, Ruby Lambert thought it looked like a giant cathedral, and Ruby Lambert called the back of the room Jacob's Cathedral. Looks like a beautiful cathedral. Takes a beautiful picture. So while you're waiting for the lights to come on, just kind of turn right around, look where you came in, and there's a big cathedral that goes back into that wall. Really neat. Go, Tommy.
How y'all doing?
Fantastic.
All right. Anybody got an extra sandwich? No? Watch your head here. Until I get the new name,
All these people have been in here for days.
You need a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I can use that about now.
I can use a cocktail.
Little Rock ahead, be careful. Little Rock's coming, careful. You don't have to worry about the rock, you're short. Short's good in the cave. Mr. Lambert, guys, was 5 foot tall. He was real skinny. And Ruby Lambert was only 4'7" and real skinny. So they're the perfect size to crawl through a cave. I talked to Ruby's granddaughter, Ruby and Leo's granddaughter, about 3 years ago. They had us up for a little meeting. And she was telling us about Ruby on her first trip through here. And Ruby used to sing opera. So Leo called her at the opera house and says, hey, you want to go through the cave? And she says, yeah. So she hopped in a Model T Ford. They came out here. She still had her opera dress on. So that's what she went through here her first time, was her opera dress. I'm sure she ruined it completely. All right, let's go see the waterfall. Where do you go?
Should we wait till we get in the end?
No.
Okay.
I wish I had a word. I'm 40 now. I'm 6.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm 7 now. And then I'm 8.
Temperature drop. second time here.
You want to get up there?
Yeah, go ahead. You first.
Yeah.
You first. I've been here.
One guy goes up there several times a year looking for little spots. He's a safe bed center.
I wonder if you can see it flooded out. I want to see photos of it flooded out or video of it flooded out.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that.
No, I said I want to see videos of it. And he was talking about the guy that goes up there like...
Oh, lights the lantern?
Yeah, well, not lights the lantern. They light the lantern down there and they pull it up. But I'm saying to talk about getting in the other cave.
Mm-hmm.
So they go up there like every 10 years. Or no,
I'd like to go up there.
He's saying they go up there once a year. But
Good to see you. Proud of you. All right. Hands full. Cool. Boom. All right. Good to see you. You the man. You the woman. Great job. Way to survive. Proud of you. Excellent job. Way to go. Great work. Girl.
Did you try your stuff?
Close and split. You okay? You okay?
I am fine. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Thank you for your concern.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Push the button.
Don't push the button.
Can I push the button?
No.